what's your name?
What's your name?
My name is I'm the guy that asked you what your name was.
And what's your name?
I'm me.
Okay.
Hi, what's your name?
Do you have any business here?
Yeah, well, right now my business is for you to do your business and answer my question. Like I asked you what your name was. Do a lot
My
of people...
name is Michelle, and
Michelle,
if there's
there you
nothing
go.
else I can do for you, then you can go to another office.
Michelle, here's what I'll do. I'll go where I want to go, when I want to go there, number one. Number two, no one is going to tell me what to do, including you, okay? You're sitting in a borrowed seat from the people that are paying your salary. You don't walk in here and treat us like trash. You want to deal with trash, go to the dump.
What's the problem here?
Her attitude.
One of these
Her attitude, one of the many.
One of these auditors.
One of these auditors.
Sorry?
She said
You asked me-
one of these auditors, but the problem is her attitude.
You asked me what the problem was. I was just telling you it's her
I
attitude.
was just overhearing.
Yeah.
It seems that you're being very rude.
No, it's, well, you know what it seems like? Number one, you're wrong, and number two, you're an idiot.
Well, what can we do
Okay.
for you?
So I wanted her name. I came in here. I minded my own. See, listen, I'm not talking to you right now, so shush. So when I came in here, obviously you have trouble understanding things and breaking things down to their basic components. So we came in here. We didn't say anything to her. She asked us if we were filming. I said yes. I'm taking pictures and video of everything. And then I asked her what her name was, and she demanded to know my name instead and wanted me to answer her questions. So I didn't engage her. She engaged me. But you want to stand there with that smug look in your face and tell me that I was the one being rude to her. So if you don't have a handle on basic reality, maybe you should walk out the door and, you know...
Oh, that's the thing. Like they demand, right? Like, excuse you, I'm speaking. So you guys demand respect, but you don't give it. So like you demand that we give you respect.
Know you?
See, I'm still speaking. Like you stayed quiet while he was talking, and then as soon as I start talking, you think that it's okay to talk over me as if I'm not here, right?
Well, if you're just here to harass us, then
No.
certainly I can call the
You can
police
do,
and
lady.
they
You can do whatever the hell you want.
I don't
Go-
understand.
do whatever
why
you
you're
want.
Here.
You're calling men
I'm-
with guns.
I'm- I am here. Stop interrupting me,
She
lady.
thinks
All right,
it's
I don't
okay to
know.
call men with
I don't know who you think you are, but you don't just get to trash on the public. We came in here minding our own business. Maybe you should mind yours. Don't mind mine. I'm pretty good at. I've been minding my own business for 35 years.
Yeah, I mean, it's not typical that people come in and start yelling at the staff.
No. So here's what we'll do.
An unusual
Here's what we'll do. So don't talk over me. Here's what we're gonna do. Right, number one, we showed her the video before we came down here. So what I like to do is I like to give you the opportunity to make yourself look stupid, right? Because she saw the video. She saw me come in and be very, very kind to her, and then ask her name and simply ask her name and start getting chicken. And then you to come over and say that we're harassing you. She watched the video. She didn't think that you did a good job. She didn't think that you did a good job. So what I'm looking for here is for you to not come out here and desensitize the First Amendment. We just got past 9/11. There's a lot of brave men and women, better than anyone in this office, that paid the last full measure of devotion so we could come in and exercise our rights. This is not taboo. This is our freedom of speech. It's the freedom of the press. It's the building block to our Constitution. It's what makes us American, and it's what gave us independence. You will not come out here with that smug grin on your face, look me in the eyes, and tell me that you're basically sorry that I filmed and treated you like shit. Video doesn't lie, public employees do. So I'm gonna give you one chance before I go the public official complaint route. Drop this video to 200,000 followers with 55 million worldwide views and blast your personal information all over the internet. You got one chance to give me a sincere apology, and I'll forget that garbage one that you just tried with me. So go ahead, let's start over. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Northborough Town Hall in Northborough, Massachusetts. And the two people that you're going to see in this video are some of the most ignorant, arrogant, and rude public officials I've ever seen in my life. We have the first idiot that's absolutely convinced that your rights don't matter, and you are there as the people to answer her questions. She's just not available to answer yours, and that's because you're just a pesky auditor or a lowly public peasant. Then you have the other moron that will blindly back up her employee even when her employee is an utter piece of trash. Thankfully, they have a shining bright light in the dark, as Banana will say, of an interim town manager who quickly came to make sure that apologies were in order. But when those apologies came, well, there was a lot lacking. And let's just say, and you guys can tell by the intro, that they got the verbal judo today. And by the way, their behavior was trash. And you heard me say in the video that they should take their trash behavior to the dump. Well, the dump must be the way they keep their desk. You guys are going to be frustrated by this video, but as much bad as you're going to see, make sure you give credit where credit's due for that shining star of a town manager. Watch the whole video, subscribe to Bananarana. We'll catch you in the next one, and that's the reason I stopped you today. What's going on, guys? We're at the Northborough town offices in Northborough, Mass. With Bananarana, links in the description. Check them out. Go there, say hello. Open Tyrant Sesame. Oh, look at that, it's magic. Oh, excuse me, sorry. Is there anything down here? Just the invaders? This definitely feels like the laboratory. The laboratory. No, I'm good. We're just taking a peek around here.
Is this the laboratory?
The laboratory's right there, I think. It's like I would not want to be the person in the wheelchair going down that thing. Hey, how's it going?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Can I help you out with anything?
I am good, thank you.
Okay, sure.
Is this the recreation offices?
It is.
It is. Sorry.
Sorry for what?
Oh, just shutting the door.
Oh,
Can I help you out with anything?
no thank you.
Okay, no problem.
No, thank you. Thank you. Say, no, thank you. The laboratory.
I decided to do a weird voice just now.
So what do you do here, my friend?
Do you work in the laboratory?
No,
The recreation?
no.
What's your job here? Are you like the custodial services?
Yes.
Very nice. You doing your lunch break right now?
Did we have
No.
to ask 50 questions before we got the answer?
Sorry, I don't speak English very well.
Oh, okay.
Neither do I.
So you're not on lunch right now, right? But you're on your phone right now?
Yeah, I'm leaving now.
Are you leaving? Are you done for the day?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was asking. All right, good. Well, buenos dias.
Thank you.
Adios and vaya con Dios.
Gracias.
Let's go. Laboratory. I was gonna take issue if he was on his phone while he was hanging out getting paid.
Ooh, the elevator.
I just walk up the stairs. I don't wait forever for this thing to come.
Attention. I am the cookie monster. Le cookie. I don't really know what I'm saying.
I don't know either. And the whole town's gonna know we're here by the time this elevator comes.
So it sounds like I've got a sore throat.
Yeah. Alright, so their elevator inspection's up to date.
Cookies. Just go ahead of me.
Okay. Peekaboo. Yeah, we're just taking a look around, getting as many videos and photographs of everything as we can.
For what purpose?
Sorry?
For what purpose?
I'm not gonna disclose that. I just need to get as many videos and photographs as I can.
Okay.
All right. Perfect. Excellent. And okay, perfect. And what's your name?
What's your name?
My name is I'm the guy that asked you what your name was.
And what's your name?
I'm me.
Okay.
Hi, what's your name?
Do you have any business here?
Yeah, well, right now my business is for you to do your business and answer my question. Like I asked you what your name was. Do a lot
My
of people...
name is Michelle, and
Michelle,
if there's
there you
nothing
go.
else I can do for you, then you can go to another office.
Michelle, here's what I'll do. I'll go where I want to go, when I want to go there, number one. Number two, no one is going to tell me what to do, including you, okay? You're sitting in a borrowed seat from the people that are paying your salary. You don't walk in here and treat us like trash. You want to deal with trash, go to the dump.
What's the problem here?
Her attitude. Her attitude, one of the many.
One of these auditors.
One of these auditors.
Sorry?
She said
You asked
we're
me-
one of these auditors, but the problem is her attitude.
You asked me what the problem was. I was just telling you it's her
I
attitude.
was just overhearing.
Yeah.
It seems that you're being very rude.
No, it's, well, you know what it seems like? Number one, you're wrong, and number two, you're an idiot.
Well, what can we do
Okay.
for you?
So I wanted her name. I came in here. I minded my
I
own.
gave you
See,
my name.
and listen, I'm not talking to you right now, so shush. So when I came in here, obviously you have trouble understanding things and breaking things down to their basic components. So we came in here. We didn't say anything to her. She asked us if we were filming. I said yes. I'm taking pictures and video of everything. And then I asked her what her name was, and she demanded to know my name instead and wanted me to answer her questions. So I didn't engage her. She engaged me. But you want to stand there with that smug look in your face and tell me that I was the one being rude to her. So if you don't have a handle on basic reality, maybe you should walk out the door and, you know.
Oh, that's the thing. Like they demand, right? Like, excuse you, I'm speaking. So you guys demand respect, but you don't give it. So like you demand that we give you respect.
Know you?
See, I'm still speaking. Like you stayed quiet while he was talking, and then as soon as I start talking, you think that it's okay to talk over me as if I'm not here, right?
Well, if you're just here to harass us, then
No.
certainly I can call the
You can
police
do,
and
lady.
they
You can do whatever the hell you want.
I don't
Go-
understand.
do whatever
why
you
you're
want.
Here.
You're calling men
I'm-
with guns.
I'm- I am
do you
here.
have
Stop
any-
interrupting me,
She
lady.
thinks
All right,
it's
I don't
okay to
know.
call men with
I don't know
guns.
who you think you are, but you don't just get to trash on the public. We came in here minding our own business. Maybe you should mind yours. Don't mind mine. I'm pretty good at. I've been minding my own business for 35 years.
We have a couple of people that are harassing us.
Oh yeah, that's what filming in public is now, harassing you. Listen, do you know that it's a lie? If this gentleman's with the police, it's a lie to make a false police report.
Who is this guy?
I don't know what your issue is.
Who is this guy? Then, sir, what's your name?
This is the planning department. If you have
Hey Sean, nice to meet you, Sean.
If you
How are
have
you?
any
I'm talking to
business
Sean
with
now.
planning,
Sean,
I don't want to.
why
I
are
don't
you
like.
so rude?
You have such a bad attitude. I don't want to deal with you anymore.
Okay, we don't have to.
Hi, Sean. Thank you for giving me your name. You work in Public Works?
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you. Appreciate it
meet
very
you.
much,
Thank
man.
you.
Have a good day, my friend.
Thanks for what you do for the town. Yeah.
Well, look at that. He wasn't rude to us, and he got treated with respect. Maybe you should work that into your daily planner. Like that's something we learn in kindergarten. So we're gonna need records requests. We'll go to the clerk's office. We'll get some records requests for these people. Stupid rude, huh? I don't know where the clerk's office is. It must be on the next floor. It says planning and engineering. So clerks must be on the next floor. She can be on the phone with whoever she wants.
Says there are two people harassing him.
Yeah.
Don't break the keyboard. The people pay for that. Pound it. Here you go to the.
I'm doing records. Well, I'm gonna do. I don't know if they collect their own records requests, but I'm gonna start it here.
Okay. She's eating her lunch. She said
What
they don't
was
have a break.
her name? Robert. Lori. Was she Lori?
Michelle.
She was Michelle.
Yeah, I forget who that was.
Okay, Michelle. What's your last name?
Silly.
Oh, thank you very much. I'm just gonna do it on the business card. Thank you.
Well, it's not accepted on a business
It
card,
is.
I don't
It is. It's records
believe.
request law. I
You can
can
discuss it with the town
can
clerk.
write it on whatever
So
I
if you
want.
us to
Thank you.
discuss it with
Records
the town clerk, why would you try and give us false information?
request.
Silly.
What'd you say your name was?
Here's Michelle Sully.
Michelle Sully. Thank you.
Michelle Sulky sounds more.
Employment salary. I love how people tell me how I can turn in a records request. There's literally a federal law that says how I can turn in a records request, but they think that they somehow get to dictate how that's done.
Yeah, she eats at her desk, but she doesn't like the taste of freedom. Exactly.
Okay, and I'm assuming that that other lady was Lori. Michelle, is that lady that just came out in that office, that Lori?
That's what she said.
Okay,
Well,
Good
obviously,
stuff.
we didn't catch it. Thank you.
all right.
Yeah. Oh no, not the police. New Zealand Kiwi says, I love business card requests. Josh is really good about pinpointing the Karens in the wild and just like filtering them out and isolating them. Hey Maddie and Porky Cup. Thanks for being here.
All right.
Exactly.
So let's go get this records request turned in. Not turning to the town clerk. It's always rude people that say you're rude when they're rude.
Hey there.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Thank you.
Are you with the administration?
I'm not, no. Public Works.
Okay, Public Works.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said we met the other Public Works person. He was very nice. So,
Okay, perfect.
Public Works got some nice people. Thanks. Hello, how are you today?
How you doing?
I have 2 records requests to turn in,
You're in
please.
the right spot.
Perfect. So strange, like some places you go and each department handles their own records request, and then some places town clerk, which I think is easier when you go to the town clerk because
Try to make it a central.
it's streamlined.
location.
Every office has their own stuff.
Yeah, do you already have it written down there on your?
I do, yes sir. I have the.
We can
We
just
can
take
copy
those.
it on there.
Yes sir.
but you
Perfect.
wanna
You
just-
could just take the cards as is, Karen, and then you can copy it.
Okay, does it have a contact
Yes ma'am.
on here? for
Yep.
you?
Yes ma'am. Right at the bottom there.
What type of records are you looking for?
I'm looking for full name, dates of employment, salary, and position for the 2 named employees.
Okay. Sure.
So I know I'll hear back from you guys in 9 business days. I appreciate it.
Probably get it tomorrow.
Oh, thank you.
I think we've given out that entire list recently to another requester, so it's readily available.
Perfect.
So.
Well, I appreciate it. Thanks for being so nice. We do not have that experience downstairs.
Oh, sorry to hear that, but
It's like,
we try to be nice.
And who are you?
That was funny.
Well, we have our dueling owls here.
oh, there's 2 of them.
I'm the
Well, this is-
the town clerk.
This is unfair because this is 2 on 1.
Well, you know, I have my little baby owl over there.
So you guys are
Yeah.
so nice, and I just like don't understand. You know, like we're obviously we're nice people. You know, we just had a terrible experience. They were just like yelling at us. We didn't come in here and yell at you. Like we're very nice, but
I'm sorry to hear that.
when you walk into a public place and
We're here to help people, so.
that's how it should be. Like as soon as you walk in, what's the camera for? Why are you filming? What's your name? Like all this information, and then finally, when you stand up for yourself and say, you know what, you work for the public. You don't get to speak to us that way. I don't have to give you my name. You have to give me your name. End of story. Then it's we're being mean. We're being rude. We're harassing, and it's I'm so glad that we bumped into you fine folks because it makes us feel a little better.
Andy, thank you, Karen.
Yeah.
Had a good experience.
Yeah,
so.
well, in here,
In this office.
it's refreshing. Turned it around a little bit.
Is that your tie?
Great. It is one of my ties.
Nice color.
That one has fish,
you.
little fishies on
See, not many could pull off the Royal Navy blue and the baby blue tie, and yeah, good job, my friend.
Works. Thank you.
And there's little fishies on it.
Is that what's on there?
Yeah.
I'm getting old. My eyes don't work like they used to.
Right with you.
Stop it, you.
Anything else in the building in particular you're looking for?
Now we're just gonna take a peek around. I do one question. Did this used to be a school?
It did, yeah.
Okay, so it's
Actually-
built like a
actually
school.
high
our chalkboard.
Yes.
Right. Well, before we came in, I was looking outside and I was like, it just has this layout of a school. And then downstairs, I saw that like sketchy,
in the
handy.
gymnasium.
Yeah. I was like, okay, so it's a. But I just want to ask because you never know. I've seen weirder things.
Exactly.
Does.
Thank you.
Nice to meet you both.
You as well.
Are you the crafty one?
I'm very crafty.
The stuff going on, did you make those?
I knew that.
You're very nice in the town clerk's office. That was wonderful. Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good. Nice to meet you.
To meet you.
Your town clerk and assistant town clerk are just phenomenal, by the way. Very lovely people, and you're very lucky to have them.
Thank you.
Are you the town administrator? Town manager?
I am the interim
Interim.
assistant town administrator.
Okay. So I had something that I wanted to discuss with you just briefly.
Yes.
We met your public works folks.
Yes.
How phenomenal. We met the recreation young lady downstairs. Phenomenal.
Yes.
We met the 2 folks in the clerk's office. Beyond phenomenal.
Mm-hmm.
When we walked into the planning
Yes.
department,
Yes.
immediately confronted with the fact that it is illegal to film. To film, I needed to give my name. I needed to give where I was from. There was a whole slew of information that she needed. It finally got to the point where she was being so rude. I said, listen, you tell me your name. I don't tell you mine. Like, I came in here, I didn't you asked me what I was doing,
Yeah.
and I was nice enough to tell you what I was doing. I didn't have to answer your questions at all. And in turn, now you're giving me, you're reading me the riot act. That's not going to happen, so save your attitude and stuff it.
Not
And
acceptable. Who did you speak with?
That was the young lady, the first young lady on the right there.
Michelle.
Michelle
Michelle.
Seller.
And planning. Yep.
Right. So then another lady comes out, and I guess she only hears the tail end of it, and then she starts going at me, and she tells us both how rude we are, and they're just those auditors, like, how rude we are. I said, she said, we're harassing. I said, obviously you didn't hear the conversation because I came in, I didn't speak to her. She's got a job to do, she's doing it. I came in, minded my own business, took my pictures. She asked me what I was doing. I don't have to tell her. I can stand there in silent or tell her to mind her own business. I was nice enough to tell her I was taking pictures and videos of the people and everything in these public areas. I don't even have to say that. And then she wants to start giving me crap. I stand up for myself. Now I'm the one that's rude. And she goes, well, you know what? We're just going to call the police.
Oh, no.
Since you're here harassing us. So the Northborough police, it seems, have been called to come.
Don't expect that they'll come here because I don't think.
Well, I told her that it is a crime to make a false, because we heard the call. It is a crime to make a false 911 call. But I feel a little better because
I want you to feel better.
Everyone else is
because
really nice. We
Yeah,
do.
we're here to serve you, and they should know what's.
Well, the problem is they
appropriate.
do know, like, because when she made that comment, it's those auditors. Like, not for nothing, there's a lot of us, right? So I have a stigma of
I
government.
welcome you.
Thank you. I have a stigma from, like, I've been tased by police, I've been falsely arrested, and I've beat cases and won lawsuits, and I've not had great experiences, but I didn't bring that negative experience with some government into you here today.
Absolutely.
Because you deserve a free chance. Because if we want to bridge a gap and we want to fix things and we
Yes.
want to have transparency, we have to give each other a chance. She didn't give us that same respect when we came in. She looked at us as one of those auditors. She painted us in a picture that we weren't willing to
Was
paint
it
her.
Michelle or?
Both Michelle
Michelle
and
Laurie.
Lori.
Or Lauren.
So-
I didn't
It's probably
didn't catch her
Laurie,
name.
yeah.
Okay.
I'd be willing.
All right.
I'd be willing because I really do want to create change here. And it's one bad experience and everyone else here is phenomenal. We don't edit this stuff out.
Yeah.
We want everyone to see it.
Absolutely.
I don't know about her.
Yeah,
I would be willing to accept an apology from the both of them
Mm-hmm.
in lieu of filing formal complaints and pursuing it
Okay, and
that
how
way.
would you
I think
like
so.
that to happen? Do you want to go back down?
Yeah,
Do you want me to,
that'd be
I'm happy to
fine.
walk you down there.
Yeah, that'd be fine. I don't know if you're willing to accept an apology. I see it often. And
I'd like it to be a learning experience and to provide some
And that's why we
education,
do this.
especially if you're taping this, and it can be an opportunity for other communities and for here. But certainly, your right is to be here. We're here to serve you.
It is so refreshing
Yes.
to actually
Yeah.
hear that for once. Like,
And
because
it doesn't happen.
Yeah,
Do you
I'm
find in
sorry.
your position as a female in a position where you got to call some shots, strong female, that sometimes because you're female you may be overlooked or not given the credit that you sometimes need and people don't take it? She told me that once. She says, I think it's because I'm a female. I don't command the same respect. And I said, no, you're crazy. And then I started really paying attention during the
Yeah, to
audits,
how
and we saw
you
it.
find
And
that happens to
and-
you
I
sometimes?
don't.
No?
I don't. Just maybe it's my personality, and I'm actually very new to this position. But I treat people how I would like to be treated.
Did
So
you
that
want to
doesn't
see
put
real
me-
quick how she responded to us, or would you rather just me send it to you later?
That's
Because
fine.
She wouldn't
Yeah,
even acknowledge her.
Whatever makes you feel comfortable.
I'm happy to show you.
I'm happy.
She's right there. She'd like to apologize.
Oh, perfect.
She walked by and laughed.
Oh, she did. And she just did. She just did right there. Thank God for camera. So I really don't think that she is good. She literally just. I didn't see what she did to her. She said she walked by and laughed, but
I mean, I didn't-
then she just went and turned the camera, and she went back and she was, and then she walked back down the stairs. So that's
And you have it on.
yes, ma'am.
I
Yeah.
was pointed at you having a nice conversation, and then I turned over, saw her walk past, and she was laughing as if like.
Okay, well,
I'm willing to go
I
down
want
and
you
give
to
her a
leave here
chance.
And feel comfortable,
Yeah.
and that we served you the way you should be served.
Listen,
So,
you're phenomenal, and you
well,
should
thank you.
stay
It's-
here a
it's-
lot
it's
longer
nice
than
to-
interim.
I've been here a long time. I appreciate that.
And I think that
I
if-
needed that today.
If you really, I feel like if you really thought something, you'll get a chance to see like the video and make your own determinations. And listen, we do. If you'd like to work with us at some point, we're free of charge. We do it around the country. We sit down with municipalities and we teach them how to engage First Amendment activists and the best way that everyone gets out of it with, because the people that do what we do that really mean it and really care about it, they're not coming in just to try and pull a reaction from you. Or else that's the case, I would have come in here and started screaming at you and screaming at them based off their behavior.
Believe it or not, I don't like tense, high-stress situations.
I don't either.
It makes me clam up.
either,
And,
yeah.
But
And
then I
I-
have to stand up for myself, and it's like, it puts me in a really awkward situation because I probably come off very, like, mean because that's how I'm feeling inside. Like, you're hurting me,
Defensive, yeah.
right? Like, I'm not doing
No,
anything.
I apologize.
No, I'm gonna show you. Very, very sweet guy. So, but
Yes.
because he wasn't like rude to us, I didn't like put my camera on him. He has work to do. He's in DPW and Public Works. They have a very hard job and
Yeah,
keep
absolutely.
the town beautiful. So, what are your thoughts?
Well, thank you for showing that to me. I think that's helpful. I'm going to use it as a learning opportunity. I'll go down and speak with them.
I love it. Coaching and refocusing. That's perfect. And I'm willing
They could have
to.
handled that better.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There's also a woman that works in Public Works, and I forgot her name, but she was walking this way. She had like a little ribbon or bandana of some sort,
Yeah.
I believe, in her hair, and she was also very kind.
Very good. Okay. Well,
It's very simple.
I
If someone-
that for the most part, I want your visit today.
For the most part,
You're turning
So
it
excellent.
around.
I want you to leave here and feel comfortable.
Yeah.
And you know what? I recommend anybody to go to
And
the
you know what?
town hall. And
You know what to do to train them moving forward? If someone comes in the office, enjoy your filming. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bug you. If there's anything you need, don't hesitate to ask, because you've said, listen, we're going to respect your rights. If there's anything you need, what can we do for you?
Yes.
That's the best way to deal with someone coming in with a camera.
Like Andy and Karen in that office.
Exactly.
Town clerk's office.
But if they want,
Great.
They were a joy.
if they want to apologize, I will forgo the formal complaint process, and I will be the bigger person, and I will accept that apology, because this is about learning and this is about growing.
Absolutely.
And I don't want to just drop a video showing them at their worst moment without giving them an opportunity to be humanized. So
Yeah,
Everyone's-
absolutely.
everyone's
So
human.
do you want to go down and
Sure.
speak with them?
Yeah, that'd be
Do you want
great.
my card?
Yes.
Yes,
I
please.
And there are about 65 people watching right now that says that you're a joy, you're absolutely beautiful inside and out, and they just wanted to know your name, and I didn't catch it.
Oh,
when you
yeah.
walked in.
Yeah. Oh, my name is Diane Wappel.
Diane.
And I
They lucked
am
out with
the
you,
interim-
Diane.
Thank you.
Yes.
I appreciate
They
that.
did.
Yeah.
Hold on, I'll get you my card.
Thank
what a
you.
breath of fresh air,
I
huh?
know.
Wow.
So here's, this is my card. I was, up until about 3.5 weeks ago, I was the executive assistant here.
Okay.
And I'm now the interim assistant.
Good for you. You know what?
So-
We're going to have to
Thank
go
you.
to the next Board of Select meeting
Oh.
and let them know that we the people are, because I'll tell you one thing, this could have gone very, very poorly, and then the next thing you know, hundreds of thousands of people, because we have a big channel that they think,
Absolutely.
and then this is how it should be. And I like people to see that even when you have a really negative experience,
Yes.
it's not the overwhelming experience. I would say 90% of our experience is overwhelmingly good and pleasant.
Well, that's good to hear.
Here.
I mean, you want the people to be able to come in and, or if you need something, or if you don't need something, you
Yeah.
should be able to come in.
Well, and I actually just
Yeah.
spoke with a different executive assistant at another town.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely
Oh.
completely different experience than the joy that we're experiencing right now. Like, she was not a nice person at all, and to go from there and kind of be disheartened a little bit and just
Yeah.
very sad to like then come in here and see you.
Well, I'm happy that you came today.
Thank you, me too.
I have to find John Wayne's cloning machine and start cloning.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Michelle, we're gonna use this as a learning opportunity.
Sure.
So they're just here. They have every right to be here. They have every right to ask you. Is Bonnie in there?
She is on the phone.
Okay.
I can get her.
Well, she's on the phone. We're in business. I don't want to bother her, but I just want to use this as an opportunity to educate the
Yeah.
public that they can come in. They have a right to videotape. They have a right to ask questions. So they're looking for an apology.
Oh, sure. I apologize.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. So that's and what I would do if someone else comes in here, because it's someone that I'm one of the people that have been doing this for a long time. I'm very well known. If someone comes in with a camera, I can tell you right now, here's how to keep that conversation limited to 15 seconds or less. You're welcome to film. It's a beautiful building. And if there's...
I'm getting something to drink.
Well, we're
Sorry, I'm listening.
You're listening.
well, we accept your apology. It's all right. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks very much.
We'll follow up. Do you want?
Yeah, I
do
could
you
wait a
wanna
minute. Yeah,
moment?
that'd be fine. Thank you very much.
There is a difference between sincere apologies and fake ones. You're like helping her with a teaching tool, and she turned her back to you.
Not everyone always wants to buy. I've worked in corporate management before. Like, you want people to buy in. You know what I mean? And people don't always buy in. You know, and that's fine. She apologized. I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt, and that's
I'll follow up with that as well.
that's all I can do. Because I'm trying to help. Someone else comes in here with a camera. It's like, hey, listen, beautiful building. Enjoy yourself. I don't want to bother you. So if there's anything you need, you come tell me. Then the entire situation's disengaged.
Yes.
There's no further,
Yep,
at that
absolutely.
point, there is no response for someone else, but thank you. Unless they're not in it for the right reasons, then they might be like, oh, well, and find something else. But 9 out of the 10 people that do what we do will take that response. Wow, that's the best response you can get. And I tell that to federal agencies, state municipalities, local municipalities. That's the way to do it. So I was just trying to help her. But it's like,
Yeah.
if I treated somebody like that, and then I apologize, even if it was sincere or forced, I wouldn't turn my back and go do something else.
Right, I mean, like, that's just common, like, courtesy every day. Like, if someone's speaking to you, even with him, like, I don't just, if
absolutely.
he's speaking to me, I don't turn my back and walk away and go do something else. It's just rude.
I agree. We'll follow up with that.
Thank you.
And if you want to wait a few minutes, have you visited all departments, or you're planning to?
No, we
Can
wanted
I-
to. though.
We were gonna.
I don't know.
Oh, she sounds like she's just hanging up. Yeah, we're gonna go check out some of the other ones too. I really like that this was a school. I think it's interesting, like when
Used to
old
be a high
schoolhouses. I said,
Tall ceiling.
small town, big building.
Hi.
You needed to see me?
I did, actually. I was just speaking with them, and they've been going around town hall, and I was just explaining, they're looking for an apology. And I
Okay.
don't know if you were comfortable to do that. Certainly, I'm not gonna force you, to do an apology. But if it's, I told them we can use this as a learning opportunity, that they are allowed to have cameras, they are allowed to videotape.
Yeah, I mean, it's not typical that people come in and start yelling at the staff.
No. So
That was
so here's what we'll do.
an unusual
Here's what we'll do. So don't talk over me.
experience.
Here's what we're gonna do. Right, number one, we showed her the video before we came down here. So what I like to do is I like to give you the opportunity to make yourself look stupid, right? Because she saw the video. She saw me come in and be very, very kind to her, and then ask her name and simply ask her name and start getting shit back. And then you to come over and say that we're harassing you. She watched the video. She didn't think that you did a good job. She didn't think that you did a good job. So what I'm looking for here is for you to not come out here and desensitize the First Amendment. We just got past 9/11. There's a lot of brave men and women, better than anyone in this office, that paid the last full measure of devotion so we could come in and exercise our rights. This is not taboo. This is our freedom of speech. It's the freedom of the press. It's the building block to our Constitution. It's what makes us American, and it's what gave us independence. You will not come out here with that smug grin on your face, look me in the eyes, and tell me that you're basically sorry that I filmed and treated you like shit. Video doesn't lie, public employees do. So I'm gonna give you one chance before I go the public official complaint route. Drop this video to 200,000 followers with 55 million worldwide views and blast your personal information all over the internet. You got one chance to give me a sincere apology, and I'll forget that garbage one that you just tried with me. So go ahead, let's start over.
Okay, I'm sorry. My family is a military family, and actually my husband served 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan and Iraq. So I absolutely am very much in favor of the First Amendment, and we sacrificed greatly during those 2 years.
As did your family. So maybe we got off on the wrong foot. I thank your family for their service, because to go fight for that, like I don't know if you can tell, but I believe in what I do, and maybe you can tell the way that I'm speaking now. I don't come into public offices to try and get secretaries to flip out on me. All right, I'm like one of the big guys that does this. The reason I go to municipalities is because I want to make sure that I can go film cops, but I like to come to government installations, because this is where the people's redress matters most. There are way too many good people, like the folks in your family, that didn't get to spend Christmas with you, that didn't get to spend Easter with their kids, because they're out there kicking ass against bad people to make sure that our freedoms are intact.
Yes, actually, my husband missed our daughter's entire first year of life because of it.
So we're not in here. It's a huge sacrifice, and not one to be weighed lightly. And I don't know, I think out of context, if you're anyone in the military, a lot of people that watch this video, they might be upset with your first turn of behavior, but I think it's important for us to have discourse like this. It's not funny, right? You can laugh at your freedom of speech. Your family paid a much higher sacrifice than mine did for that freedom. So you can do whatever the hell you want as far as I'm concerned, even though as a government official you have a limited First and Fourth Amendment right. But it's the discourse like this that can break through some barriers, because I didn't look at you as a person before. I looked at you as a person that was taking her side without looking into the information and just giving me shit simply because I'm standing here with a camera. And I'm sick and tired of I didn't come in here and treat her like shit or anyone else like shit, right? Even though I've had bad experiences with the government, I've been telling her, not every government building do I walk into and expect that this government employee or official will treat me just as bad, if not worse, than the last government official, because I understand that not all people are the same. And there's some good people that work in the public sector that do a good, hard job for real shit money. And they do it because they want to help people. But then there's other people that are real assholes. that just don't give a shit and they take advantage of their position, and it's not bad for benefits, right? So when we find that, we want to find people that are doing a good job. And this type of, like, if you see someone filming, my personal suggestion, you can do whatever you want, but if you want this conversation with any person that does what we do to last 15 seconds or less, you tell them, it's a beautiful building, enjoy, take as many pictures as you want, I don't want to bother you. If you need anything, don't hesitate to ask. Because then that, or my name is, and then what I just said, because then they're not asking for your name, then they're not asking you for what you do here, then they're not going to be like, oh, you're interrupting my filming, because you've been very kind to let them know that you're just putting that out there. It breaks all the ice. The only person that will respond negatively to that is someone that's not doing this for the reasons that I and her are doing this for.
Okay?
To flex the rights that your family paid a high cost for. And it seems like you're a good person. I think that we got off on the wrong foot.
Okay, thank you.
So I thank you for your family's service.
He's a
Thank
good
you.
person too.
Are you okay with that?
I'm okay with that.
Okay.
And I'll even stop the camera.
Well, I have a
This.
different opinion of his. It might shock you, but I do appreciate your husband's service. That doesn't go, unnoticed. But I believe that you're not being sincere right now. He's saying he thinks you're, a genuine good person, that you got off on the wrong foot, and you say thank you for that. And you have nothing positive to say about this man who's using his freedoms. And in fact, multiple times as he's speaking to you, you're laughing as if the situation's funny. I don't believe you.
I didn't
That's
say
my
anything
opinion.
about this gentleman.
No, of course you didn't.
So I didn't
No, but you did say
disparage this
we
gentleman.
were harassing before,
he is
and I'm
saying-
still talking.
He was
It's
saying
funny.
that he
No.
appreciates my
I'll let
family's
you talk.
service, and that's typically the response that I give when I hear that statement.
And he also said
So-
that he believes that you're a good person and something along those lines, and you had nothing.
I don't know. I listen, I could be wrong. I don't always get it
And
right.
I'm still trying to talk, and you have nothing positive to say about him or what he's had to say.
I
You-
don't
you-
know.
I believe, and I'm still talking.
Uh,
It's fine. You just shut me down a bunch of times. I'll just stop. Because what's the point? Bridging
I-
gaps is not important.
I appreciate what you said, and as I explained, I've never heard of auditors coming in. This is a first for me, so I was taken a little off guard because this is my first experience. So I apologize if you thought that I was abrupt or rude.
But you don't feel like
I
you were.
was trying to back up my staff.
You
But
just
so-
said,
And
I
be supportive.
apologize, ma'am. You just said, I apologize if you thought I was rude. That's not an apology. An apology would be, I am sorry that I was so rude to you and said that you were harassing us when we were coming in here using our freedoms.
But
That's a sorry.
We're getting somewhere though. We're getting through a little bit of the wake here. You said I wanted to come in and back up my employee, so we're getting somewhere. This is honesty. This is good stuff, and I do believe you. And that was like, so I used to be a restaurant manager, right? And if I hear that a customer's yelling at my staff, of course, that the first thing I want to do is go to, there's always two sides to a story. So what I would do is I would review the situation. It's important to make sure that my staff is backed up, but I also want to make sure that the guest has as an excellent experience as possible, which is why before we even came down here, I offered her to see the video, but it's the same thing as if you're a cop and you show up on scene and you see a police officer holding somebody on the ground with a gun to the back of their head. You don't just back them up. There needs to be some investigation, because if she's being an asshole, and I'm not saying she's an asshole, I'm saying for all intents and purposes, if she's being a jerk, and without any investigation, you just come and back her up just because she's your employee, that makes you a jerk. Now you've just stepped in some shit. And what's the point? And that's the whole point. Obviously, she said, oh, it's these auditors. So she has a negative inflection of what she thinks an auditor is. I had negative interactions with the government. I didn't hold any people in here that weren't rude to me responsible for the actions of other people that work for the government. I can't say the same about this lady right here. But you didn't bother to do any investigation. I mean, you've been in maybe, I don't know, your professional resume, but just because your staff did something does not mean they've done something right. And that goes for us too. I've filmed with a lot of people where I just have not blindly followed them and taken their back because maybe they just might have done something wrong. And I'm smart enough that I don't back the system, I back what's right, regardless of what side of the playing field I'm on. She was wrong. She was rude. She made her observations and said the things she said because we're those auditors.
And then
She had a
you told me she was
preconceived notion. And then you just heard that and then you came out and backed her up. That was the wrong decision. Right? And I make wrong decisions too in life all the time. I'm a flawed individual. We're human beings. But real good people, like, just moving forward, there's always two sides of a story. And you got us today. There are hundreds of other people that could have walked in this office with a camera and this apology wouldn't be happening. People would be at select board meetings, and one, if not both of you, especially with the size of my channel, you'd be out of jobs. And that wouldn't be even like a, let's maybe talk about it. It would be, you're out of jobs. You know, but you got us, people that want to come in and make a difference. So I appreciate you
I hope
apologizing.
that was satisfactory, and
You're a joy.
And
That not
Wonderful.
for me. Not for me. I'm not gonna file a complaint just because I believe that there is somebody above them, you, meaning you, that can teach them to do better and to treat
we will
people
follow
better.
up.
And so with that, I
with
don't-
all staff.
Yeah, exactly. And so with that, I don't want to do a complaint because I know that this building is in good hands. But I don't believe that she was sincere. I really don't. And that woman right there, I don't accept her apology because it wasn't one. And I mean, I think you kind of could feel that energy as she said it and then turned her back.
But you know, I've never left a situation like that. I am confident in your ability to do things, so I'm not going to use the weight of my channel that has been featured in the Boston Globe, the New York Times, the Washington Post, HBO's Vice. I mean, like virtually everywhere I've been somewhere you've seen. I'm not going to use that weight and redress my grievances and ask that you two lose your job. I think she might deserve it, and I think there's some salvage here. I think that you do care. I'm of a different opinion. I think that something in there is real. You've almost teared up a couple times, and I don't think, to be honest with you, you're a good enough actress to play that off. So I'm gonna roll with her. She's my bet. She's the brains here. So I'm not gonna make a complaint either. I would hope that everyone walking away from this with the opportunity to talk is learning experience enough, because ultimately, if you guys got sued, who pays for it? The taxpayers. I'm a taxpayer. I pay federal and state taxes, and I pay a fucking lot. And it's hard out there.
Right.
And it's not any easier being a government employee, because the benefits are not as good as people think. My mom was a teacher for 42 years, and she certainly didn't break the bank. And it's the taxpayers that have to pay for that. So you have my information, my email. If you would ever like to follow
Do I
up,
have
or
your information anywhere?
I think
No,
they do. I
upstairs
can-
the clerk's office.
all right.
Oh, okay.
Right here.
But
You have my card.
yes,
You're welcome back anytime.
thank you. I appreciate it.
If you'd ever like to, and when we do like talks and, you know, kind of coach people on how to deal with this, we don't come and film it. So, and we don't charge. We've done it at, you know, federal installations and law enforcement agencies across the United States, from here to California. If you'd like us for us to come in, sit down, chat with you, kind of help you break down what this is, the best way to react, I'll tell you, if you give somebody a smile and they're not a complete piece of shit, they're out of this office. They're in and they're out. She smiled. I saw her. She gave me a little smile at the window. I came in. I was going to say hi and bye, and it went from there because we can't give our name. But
And
we
I
just
don't-
want to help people.
And I don't say this often. I do say it when it's deserved. I believe that you are a shining light in the dark, and I really appreciate you.
Oh, thank you.
Lucky to have you. They could be in Southborough, and not like, you know what I mean.
Southborough.
Have you been to South?
That's
We
the
have.
executive assistant.
I call him
speaking
Mark
of.
Magenta, not Mark Purple. He changed his name because he wouldn't even come on and talk to us.
But the-
Thank you very much for your family service.
Thank you. That was the executive assistant that I was telling you about earlier in Southborough. She was not a pleasant person, but so you are a shining light.
Well,
in the
thank
dark.
you. I appreciate
I wanna
it.
thank
I'm
you.
glad I could help you. And
Yeah,
you
and it's hard to
what you're
do.
doing.
It's hard to do what you did, and it really struck a chord with me. To go down there right away and be like, oh, let's go fix this, and say, you know, this isn't. And I know it's a little uncomfortable because now it's like, all right, well, I have to. But that was the whole point. You have to
Not for me, it was I truly wanted to fix it for you.
Thank you.
I appreciate it.
And to make it better.
Yeah.
Because you split the baby, right? You were able to back up your employees, but also provide them coaching. And that's what I really wanted to say to her, because that was a very telling thing to say, well, I just, heard my employee, so I came out and backed her up. Like, but what if she was telling me to leave the office because I had a cross instead of a camera? Would you have felt like a jerk for backing them up then? Like, sometimes you got to break down, like, I mean, she's got a ring on and we live together. I have to back her up regardless. She could hurt me.
I didn't back you up in there, actually.
No, she didn't.
Because that's the thing. We're human.
Strong. Yeah, you're a strong woman, and absolutely.
Just like you. Just like you. What are we doing here? Okay. I'm getting confused. It was a pleasure. Thank you very much. And people will let you know what a great job you did. Thank you.
Thank you.
She was wonderful, huh?
Yeah, she was absolutely.
Wow.
And I do back you up, like 100%.
Yeah,
there's moments where I do.
But you're a
have
good
different
judge.
opinion.
But you're a good judge of character. And see, like, I'm looking at her crying. And here's the thing. I know that I'm easily swayed when it comes to military, because you know about me. I will fight to give them a little saving grace.
Yeah.
Especially guys doing 2 tours. She's raising a kid alone. He misses kid's whole first year. That is a
horrible.
even with her treating me like shit, I'm willing to give her the benefit of the doubt. And there was a couple times where she was like crying, and I think it was just like.
And there were a couple times she giggled.
Right. I think that it was. I don't think she quite knew, and that's why I said to her, like, I think if your husband saw this video, he wouldn't. That's not what he fought for. He wouldn't be happy to see that. Maybe she just was all military but didn't really understand what the military did. I don't know, but I do know that you're an excellent judge of character.
Oh, thank you.
So,
Thank you.
you've never steered me wrong. Banana is good.
But
Have a good day.
thank you. I love your hair.
She's the best. And yours too, sir. I don't want to. I love the purple. Good. No, it's purple. It's the kind that lavender. That's what it is. Lavender. He's Italian. Greek. That's the lavender. Opa. Opa.
They're coming out with the new my big fat Greek wedding.
Yes, they are.
Yeah. I want to see the third one. Have a good day.
Cops never came. I will say that clearly we were so scared by the threat of police. We
were so scared.
so scared. I'll tell you, I went in on that lady hard. She pissed me off when she was like, I was like, no, we're not going to do that. I will get all your shit and blast it all over the internet. I give 0 fucks today. You got me fucked up.
I just it's crazy how public employees think we're being rude.
Dick Brim.
They think we're being rude. And so they call men with guns.
Yeah. I don't like how they made me feel. Subscribe to Banana and I'll catch you in the next one. She's been Banana and I've been Ave. That's the reason we stopped you today. Later.